Good morning, Year 3. We're going to carry on looking at magnets today, but we have a slightly different lesson planned. We're actually going to do an experiment. Well, I'm going to do the experiment during the video. We're going to be testing the strength of different magnets, seeing which magnet is the strongest. The first thing I'd like to do is to have a think. We would always do this in class. See if you can have a think. How could we test which magnet is the strongest? How can we work out which of these magnets is the strongest magnet? What could we do? And remember, in your ideas, we want to get some results that are measurable, that we can easily compare between each other. So have a think and see what you can come up with. How could we test which magnet or which of the magnets is the strongest? Well done for having a think, Year 3. We're going to use 6 different magnets today, and we're going to use paper clips to help us. Now maybe that's given you a little bit of an idea. How can we use the paper clips to test which magnet is the strongest? We could just put the magnet into the paper clips and count the number of paper clips. That could work, but I still think it might not give us the most accurate results. So what we're actually going to do is hang the paper clips off the magnet. I'll just demonstrate once to show you, but we will carry out the experiment in a minute. So I'll hold each of the magnets and I'll place the paper clips on, making sure they're going downwards this way each time. And then I'll place the next paper clip about halfway down. And then I'll see how many paper clips I can hang off the magnet, which then should hopefully show us the more magnets that I can hang off the magnet, the more paper clips I can hang off the magnet, then the stronger the magnet must be. The more paper clips I can hang off the magnet, the stronger the magnet must be. On your worksheet, you'll be writing up the experiment. So you need to write down the equipment we're going to use, which I have shown you. We haven't got too much equipment today. And then explain the method that we are going to use, how we're going to do it, nice and clearly. Remember, somebody needs to be able to read your method and see your diagram and be able to copy the experiment exactly. So you have to make sure your method and your description of the method and your diagram are very clear. So that's the first thing you'll do on the sheet. Write down the equipment we will need, how we're going to carry out this test to find out which magnet is the strongest, and then an accurate diagram of the experiment. And then there's a table there for our results. And I've added a table similar onto the board, so you could add these words in. Let's show you the magnets at first. This is our wand magnet, the yellow one, like a magic wand. This says super magnet on it, but I'm just going to call this the blue magnet to make it easy for us to see which one I'm talking about. We have a disc magnet, it's shaped like a disc, a circular disc. A horseshoe magnet, obviously shaped like a horseshoe. A bar magnet, which we'd have seen in our other lessons. And just a normal fridge magnet that I've taken from my house. So there are 6 magnets on here, and we're going to test each of these magnets. You may want to have a prediction first, a clever guess as to which of those magnets you think will hold the most paper clips. And then we'll carry out the experiment. So I will carry out the experiment, and then I can add the results, and then it's your job to write the experiment up to finish writing the experiment up. Okay, I'm going to start with, I'll do it in the order I've got it written on the board, in fact. I'll start with the blue magnet. And I'm going to hang the paper clips going downwards like this. I'm going to move you slightly closer as well. Hope you can see really clearly. This magnet appears to be quite strong, so it can be a little bit fiddly to get it in the right place. Because to make the test fair, I need to make sure the magnets are about halfway down when they're hanging off the magnet. Otherwise, it won't be a fair test. I did this in practice before, but this time it's not letting me. Two went on top of each other, so we'll say that's only 4 so far. I'll try a couple more times. I can't get any more. So for that one, I will say 4, because the first 2 just overlapped each other, so it wouldn't have been fair to count all of those. Horseshoe magnet. Again, I'm hanging the paper clips downwards, and I'm making sure about halfway down, I'm hanging the next paper clip. I'm using the same method each time. Again, we're thinking about making it a fair test. Oh, I have 3 now. It's very close, but it won't quite hang the 4th one. The disc magnet. The circular shaped disc. There are 2. 3. 3 again. And now my fridge magnet. Only 2. 2 more to go. My bar magnet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 that time. And finally, my wand magnet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just 5. So they are the results from the experiment. So your job now is to write up the experiment, writing down the equipment we will use, the method we used, a nice clear diagram of the experiment, add in the results, and then answer these final 2 questions. If you have time on the second sheet, you can create a bar chart of our results as well, putting the type of magnet at the bottom and the number of paper clips held in a bar going up the side. Thank you for watching Year 3.